Welcome to my beginner's class of embroidery. I'm going to share with you some of the basic equipment, threads that are used for embroidery that you can adapt and change if you want to. Firstly, embroidery is traditionally worked on a fabric. In another video, I'm going to share with you how to go about stitching on canvas work or needlepoint, which is more like a tapestry canvas. Okay, with embroidery, first of all, you have a piece of fabric. I've got mine in a frame so that I can share with you how to do some stitches and you can see what I'm doing. You do not have to use a frame when you do embroidery. If you don't have a frame, just stitch and enjoy it. What I really want you to do is just simply relax, have fun, try and see how creative you can be. When you work with embroidery, there are different threads that are available, and under the current circumstances, once you start thinking about embroidery, you might find that there is a box tucked away somewhere of grandma's treasures or an auntie's treasures. They're most likely going to have stranded cotton in them. Now this thread can also be called floss. In America it's called floss, but we call it stranded cotton. It comes out of a skein like this, and it's a divisible thread. So there are 6 strands to it. So you can work with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. This thread is very common with cross stitch. This thread is what is used for cross stitch a lot. And traditionally with cross stitch we would work with 2 or maybe 3 strands. So that's stranded cotton, where you can divide your thread and work with a different number of strands. Another style of thread that we can use and is really good when you're beginning. I start a lot of my beginners with pearl cotton. Now traditionally we haven't used pearl cotton a lot for beginners, especially in Australia, but it is a thread that is not divisible. So that means that you've only got one thread in your needle at a time, and it's less likely to get twisted and maybe tied into a knot, etc. Pearl cotton comes in different thicknesses and in different formats. The piece I've got here is pearl cotton 5, and pearl cotton 5 comes in a skein or a hank, and these days a lot of threads come variegated as well. So this is a plain or a solid color in pearl cotton 5 in a hank, and this one is a pearl cotton 5 in a variegated thread. You can also get pearl cotton 5 in a ball. There are different brands. With all of these threads, there are different brands available. They will all do the same thing. So a pearl cotton 5 in DMC is similar to a pearl cotton 5 in an anchor or a presentia or finca, which is the presentia name for pearl cotton. So they are the pearl cottons. In a minute I'll share with you how you open and deal with a skein of pearl cotton as well, or anything in a skein. Today there are wonderful threads available for all styles of needlework, and there's one brand made in Australia. It's called Gumnut Yarns, and they make a very fine embroidery or tapestry wool, and they make threads made with silk and wool as a mixture, and their threads come in a hank like this. Anything that comes in a twisted hank you will handle and deal with in a similar manner. The blossoms is the thicker of the two of the Gumnut Yarns wool. So that's the Gumnut Yarn wool. It's much finer than a tapestry wool. What are the advantages? Well, wool will cover and be more flexible. but it can be a bit twisty and a bit difficult to stitch with. Stranded cotton has the advantage that you can work with a different number of strands at one time, and pearl cotton has the advantage that you've just got one thread in your needle at a time.